I always love walking onto this rock because it's one of the few places on earth that still just takes my breath away every single time.
Yeah.
That and when I roll over and see my wife, because it's being recorded.
Of course.
But it's just that magic of, like, there's so few things on planet Earth that kind of still take our breath away, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a magical place. And I hope for you guys, and this is what we call in the business a segue, that your marriage will be a similar place.
Yeah.
You know, I had a really interesting phone call with someone today, and they were struggling with what marriage meant, like what the word meant, what the title meant, and they are married. I've legally married them, and he was inquiring of his legal status. And he goes, "It's cool. We're still a couple. We're still described to some extent how they're still a couple, which is a bit weird." But they were just kind of wrestling with that idea of what it meant to be married. And I've just been thinking about that ever since, from that phone call to this moment. That I hope you guys wrestle with that. I hope everyone wrestles with that. There's an old method in the Hebrew culture where they would rabbis they'll wrestle with all of the big thoughts of the idea of the world, philosophies and religion, etc. And they would wrestle with them and they would argue. And as much as it was a weird conversation, I hope that you both and everyone else would wrestle with the idea of what it means to be married. That this wouldn't be some kind of done deal that would just be finished and over and like, oh, done that, another item off the to-do list. But this would be something you would be actively engaged in, something you would think about. And so what does it mean to be married? That as you look at this ring, as you think about this moment, as you walk away into tomorrow and you do that roll over and the breath taken away, that you would just forever be wrestling with that idea of what it means to love and to be loved. I think that's the most fascinating thing in marriage, that there's so many Hollywood movies, Hollywood kind of traditions of how it means to be married. There's religious ideals, there's just general philosophical ideals, and I hope that they're all fine. I haven't really got any strong opinions on any of those for you today, but you would just take all of that on board and kind of wrestle with this idea. That today we'll just do what the government requires us to do. We'll create an opportunity for you to finalise that, and you can make out. And in front of all of these strangers and a few cameras. Yeah. But this would just be the beginning of that process of wrestling with the idea of what it means to love and to be loved. Yep. So to get married in Australia, it's very simple. We just need to have someone like myself. My name is Joshua Daniel Withers. I'm authorised by law to marry people according to the law in Australia. And you need to know that you are getting married today, in case you didn't know.
We're good.
Basically, it means you're going to be consenting. But you would walk into the ceremony saying, yes, I do want to annoy this other person for the rest of my life. Excuse me, could you be quiet? Yeah, thank you. The process of getting married requires you to have someone like myself, a civil marriage celebrant, and that you would know that you're getting married, like I was saying. But further to that you would actually have two people that would witness and say, yes, that happened.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
And that you would both stand here and we would know who you are. So maybe if you could say your full legal names for us.
Yeah. Ryan Edward Judd.
Correct.
Alannah Kate Pinnell.
Welcome to the party. And my name is Joshua Daniel Withers, and marriage is really simple. It's a union between two people entered into voluntarily for life to the exclusion of all others. But that's that base foundation. And on top of that, you would just forever be wrestling, figuring out what the rest of it means. Today we just proclaim you married. Simple as that. Nothing complicated or weird or strange or awkward. There's no deep philosophy in that. There's no deep religion. It's just you two together. And then from this point, as you wear these rings and walk out of here, that you would just begin that process of figuring out what it is to be married. So from here, you both have to say some words. We call them vows. And that process, I like to highlight to you as you breathing your marriage into existence. But like I said to my friend on the phone earlier today, that the paperwork really doesn't have too much to do with it. But as you stand here today and exchange vows in front of two witnesses and a celebrant, that you would indeed create your marriage. So I'd love to give you the opportunity to do that right now.
Great. Ryan wants to go first.
Alannah, where do I start? Who could have imagined all those years ago that we would have ended up here? From high school sweethearts to happily ever after. This journey that you and I have been on has been incredible, breathtaking. Experiencing the world together, life together, travelling, supporting each other. You've contributed so much to my life, to our life, and have helped shape me into the man that I am today. And for that, I will be forever grateful. Standing before you, I'm so proud of the woman that you've become. I've fallen in love with you over and over again. So beautiful, so strong, so caring, so driven, so loving. You're a shining light, and I'm so privileged to have you by my side. You're my best friend, my love, my rock. I treasure the time we spend together, the lazy Netflix days, the cuddles with our dogs, the breakfast in bed, the simple moments, our moments. I'm so excited for what this next chapter of our lives will hold and can't wait to be able to call you my wife. I promise to always love you, to support you, to protect you, and to be the best husband that I can be for the rest of my life, forever and always.
Do you know our vows are very similar?
We've been together for how long?
To be expected, you know. Because
14 years, we're bound to pick up a few things.
it isn't like we're trying to get a round peg and put in a square hole here. It's something a little bit more together.
Together. Alright. I fell in love with you at 15 years old, and that love grows each day as we make our way through life, and I see the man that you have become. I'm terrible at making decisions, and I can't promise to ever change that, but the easiest decision I've ever made was to spend my life with you. I'm so proud of you and all that you have achieved so far. I'm grateful to have you by my side, to comfort me, to hold me, and to make me laugh. I see a side of you that not everyone does, and I love that we can be ourselves together. I promise to always be there for you, to support you, and I promise to always make time for Netflix, pizza, and lazy days. I promise to also continue to grow with you. Things may not always come together as we plan, but we always manage to find our way through. You give my heart a home, and I promise to stand by your side forever and always. I love you.
I love you too.
Yeah. Thank you.
I find the wedding rings really funny because they're one of those things that they hold no legal value. They don't make you married or not, but somehow we all kind of identify with the idea of wearing a ring. It just kind of suits us. It's nice. You can look at all the reasons online as to why that is a thing, and there's so many great reasons. But today I hope that these rings aren't just the thing you wear, because that's what Martha Stewart's blog said to wear. But these mean that you're in a marriage like no other. I heard a Carl Sagan quote yesterday about if someone disagrees with you, let him be, for you won't find another in 100 billion universes. And I hope today that your marriage wouldn't just be about disagreement. But the fact that you would not find another person as amazing, as beautiful, as crazy, as stupid, as annoying, as lovely, as everything as the person who walks down right now. I call upon everyone present to witness.
I call upon everyone present to witness
That I, Ryan Judd,
that I, Ryan Judd,
take you, Alannah Bell,
take you, Alannah Pennell,
as my lawfully wedded wife.
to be my lawfully wedded wife.
I call upon everyone present to witness
That I, Alannah Pennell,
that I, Alannah Pennell,
take you, Ryan Judd,
take you, Ryan Judd,
as my lawfully wedded husband.
as my lawfully wedded husband.
I just want to say I'm really proud of you. You guys have done something good today.
Thank you very much.
So, with the power given to me by the Commonwealth of Australia, I can now pronounce you husband and wife.
Hey!
There's no words to show you how. No song that's come from